Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Have you noticed it at your local store? More bare shelves, they're back. People concerned about a possible second wave. What you need to know before you shop, coming up in my Help Me Hank report.
It's the highest number of new COVID cases the state has reported to date, but that record comes with a bit of an asterisk. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. The number is eye-popping because before today, Michigan had never reported 2,000 new cases of COVID-19 on a single day.
Well, today it did, but the state says some of those cases could have been included in yesterday's total. This afternoon, Michigan posted online that there are 2,030 new cases. That's the biggest one-day total since the pandemic began. The previous high was 1,953 in early April.
However, the state put out more information saying a slowdown in processing led to some of yesterday's numbers being added into today's total. Now, sadly, 32 more people have died of the virus in Michigan, and that includes 21 from a review of vital records.
So let's bring in Dr. Frank McGeorge. Despite this backlog they're talking about that's pushing up today's total cases, clearly cases are still going up. How concerned are you about these rising case counts?
Well, you know, of course, I am very concerned. Every public health official in the state is concerned, quite frankly. Right now, other parts of the state are really driving the numbers up. But to be honest, it's just a matter of time before our numbers in southeast Michigan climb as well.
This comes, of course, as the weather is turning colder. We have the holidays approaching. So talk a little bit about the challenge of slowing it down now.
Well, you know, Devin, the trend is clear. We are on an increase. And given the factors you mentioned, plus COVID fatigue, this is a bad place to be this early on.
Yeah.
Without people taking things even more seriously than before, we are likely headed into a very bad situation. Here's the thing. Back in the spring, we had no idea how broadly and silently this was spreading in our community. This time around, we have ample warning. And if we don't heed the call, frankly, it's on us.
Right.
Yeah. So will there be another lockdown? And if so, what point would there be one?
Well, you know, fair question, Kim. And the MDHHS and the governor's office have never released any specific number. But medically speaking, a definite trigger will be when our medical resources are strained and we're putting lives at risk. We absolutely need to keep the curve flat, or we will be headed into another shutdown.
Yeah, so right.
Let's hope not, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
Other news at this hour, the circumstances surrounding a deadly accident in Waterford Township are becoming clearer and also more tragic. Police believe alcohol was a factor in the crash that killed a little girl and sent her father to the hospital. Larry Spruill spoke with some people who saw this awful event unfold.
Police are investigating the two crashes. One happened here at this car dealership, the other one at that intersection, killing a 6-year-old girl. Witnesses describe everything as chaotic.
It hit so hard, it felt like a bomb went off. I could feel the energy of the impact go through my body. It was so hard.
Tammy Cole describes the aftermath of a crash that killed a 6-year-old girl Wednesday afternoon in Waterford Township.
It was really horrible, really horrible.
Police are investigating two crashes less than a mile apart from each other. They say the driver involved in both crashes was allegedly driving drunk. The first one happened here in front of this Mitsubishi car dealership. Police say they got several calls of a man speeding down Howland Road in a white 2016 Hyundai Sonata.
I seen the white Hyundai over here, probably doing 90, 100 miles per hour.
That's when he crashed into a car with a man and little girl inside. The man was meeting his wife and mother of their little girl at the car dealership after she bought a new car. As they were turning into the parking lot, the driver of the Sonata crashed into them, killing the 6-year-old girl.
Oh, I knew it was not good at all. Not good at all. It felt like I said, it felt like a bomb went off or something. It was so loud and the impact was so hard. I felt it through my body. It shook the windows.
Police say they are wrapping up this investigation and turning it over to the prosecutor's office. They are expecting charges to come soon. Reporting in Waterford Township, Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Awful. Okay, Larry, thanks. A Wisconsin man is the latest to be charged in connection to an alleged plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Attorney General Dana Nessel identified the suspect as 51-year-old Brian Higgins. He faces a state charge of material support of an act of terrorism, accused of providing assistance in the plan to kidnap the governor from her vacation home. 13 other men face state or federal charges in connection with the alleged plot.
We got a freeze warning set to go into effect before a lot of us wake up tomorrow.
Andrew's in for Ben with the details. Hi, Andrew.
Hey there, Kimberly and Devin. And yes, that freeze warning affects all of us here in Detroit and outside Detroit for all of southeast Michigan. You can see shaded here in purple. Now, it begins overnight tonight, but when many of us are sleeping, so the time is now to prepare. Make sure you have a plan set for bringing the pets back indoors, and make sure that you have a plan also. If you have any potted plants still around, as it is now into the fall season, make sure they're back indoors as well. Make sure those heaters are working. Always be careful with space heaters as well. Keep them away from anything flammable. Make sure they don't tip over easily, or of course not tip over at all. Here's a look at Storm Tracker 4. We've seen rainier conditions earlier today. Not so rainy right now. We have clouds overhead, but a few sprinkles setting up over in Washtenaw County, also in Livingston County. Don't be surprised by a raindrop or two before midnight, but after midnight, all that rain is gone. That's good as those temperatures dip, right? We're looking at 50 degrees currently in Lapeer. Hello, Sandusky, you've got 49 degrees. Over at Metro Airport, our friends are reporting 51 degrees currently. So we get closer to the low and mid 30s overnight tonight. How cool will it be tomorrow? Any more showers for Friday or your weekend? I've got the answers and your full 7-day forecast in minutes. Remember, you can track temperatures, track this freeze warning with the local forecasters app. It is faster, easier, more accurate than any other app in the entire world. Download it now. It's free. Search WDIV in your app store.
All right, Andrew. We talked at the top of the hour about the concerning trend of rising COVID cases in Michigan, including today's total of more than 2,000 newly confirmed cases.
And this has some people stocking up on household items the way they did back when the pandemic first started. So how are supplies in local stores? Consumer investigator Hank Winchester did a little shopping for you to check things out. So, Hank, how did it go? What did you find?
Kimberly, Devin, it's a good news, bad news scenario, so let me lay it out for you. The good news is that all the stores we visited, they had plenty of food, plenty of fresh produce, meat, chicken, whatever you needed. The bad news is cleaning supplies in short supply. In fact, if you're trying to get a product like Clorox or a Lysol product, good luck finding them right now. The rush is on again. Today, I'm visiting many local stores checking for supplies, from cleaning products to food items. Our stores seeing another increase in customers buying up whatever they can, just like we saw when the pandemic started.
We just got to stock up, and I figure it's better get a couple things before the crowds get really insane.
Inside this grocery store, I noticed many of the cleaning supplies have been picked over. You'll notice signs saying that some brands are just not available. Typically, Lysol brands, hard to find anywhere. Here, they're still limiting the amount of toilet paper you can buy, but the good news is they're stocked up. Inside this grocery store, what I notice, limited amounts of chicken and beef available to purchase today. And here, just like my first stop, I notice a very limited supply of cleaning products. Lysol products in particular, they're hard to find. And inside this local grocery store, we notice plenty of food items, and there's also plenty of paper towel and toilet paper. But again, the cleaning products are hard to come by here. While we're seeing COVID numbers rising here at home, it has some of you stocking up. Online sales continue to boom, but you may notice that cleaning supplies at your local grocery store, well, they're likely in short supply. They can still be delivered, but it may take longer for those products to get to your home. Here's the other thing that we noticed today at all the stores we visited. Remember early on in the pandemic how hard it was to get toilet paper? Well, the good news today is that the stores were stocked plenty of toilet paper, but most of them continue to limit the amount you can purchase right now, and that's something that's likely going to continue. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank.
All right, Hank. Well, how many of us can say we voted in every presidential election since Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Well, we know of at least one Detroiter who can. She's 103, and she's doing whatever she can to inspire others to vote.
Our Paula Tutman managed to catch up to a civic-minded centenarian.
You know, the music is really great, but it is the message that should really get your feet moving.
1, 2, 3, 4. Voting rights we're fighting for.
The tune is some kind of snappy.
We cannot afford to wait.
The public service announcement, shot all over the country, is designed to get your feet moving all the way to the polls.
So the video is really about empowering we the people to recognize the power of our voice through the power of our vote. And we have disseminated it over a month now, and it's reached, I think we're closing in on more than 1 million people that have seen this video. So we still want this message. We have 3 weeks left. We want this message to go far and wide, that every voice needs to be heard this election cycle. Every vote needs to be counted.
And you don't have to look long to see Detroiters are well represented, as they represent well. And in that mix with celebrities and regular folk alike, 103-year-old Talou Massey.
Well, I felt elated and a little honored that I, an older person, was chosen to participate.
Who can remember the very first time she voted?
I can remember voting for Roosevelt in 1940.
And you can bet she has already cast her ballot this year.
I've done my voting in September, absentee ballot. There's so much foul play being put into the system now that was not available at that time. You have to stay right on top of everything that's happening today. You have a choice to vote for what you want, whether it happens or not. You do have a choice to make the decision.
You know, we're going to put the entire video on our social media platforms so you can see the entire thing and also groove to our 103-year-old superstar, Paula Tutman, Local 4.
It's incredible, Paula. And if you may have noticed how youthful Miss Massey looks at 103 years old. In case you're wondering, she says her secret to longevity and health: have fun, but do everything in moderation, and of course, stay involved in your community.
I'm not sure her activism has been in moderation. That's a really great story. We've learned Joe Biden is going to make campaign stops in Southfield and Detroit tomorrow. Tonight, both he and President Trump will be taking part in separate town halls at the same time, speaking to voters. The former vice president will be in Philadelphia on another network. President Trump's event in Miami, that'll air right here on Local 4 and NBC. Following CDC COVID guidelines for everyone involved, we're told. Both town halls, competing town halls, starting tonight at 8 p.m. There's a lot of frustration about that. Now, no matter which town hall you're watching, Grant Herms and our Trust Index team will be sorting through the claims the candidates make tonight. You can wake up to the highlights and see if the claims add up on Local 4 News Today, starting at 6:30 a.m.
All right, still ahead, Bernie's got information on how COVID might change the Lions' plans for next week.
We're coming up first, new research that might ease concerns over the safety of the air inside airplanes during the pandemic.